What's good, more JT squad? It's your boy JTK, aka Josh Too Cool, and welcome back to another roller coaster video. Now, I'm putting some POVs up from Cedar Point and obviously in Ohio. Just because I'm always doing Wonderland videos, I had to switch up the POVs a little bit for this video, and for like videos like this, I'll probably switch up the POVs as well. But this video is not a review, obviously, and before I get to that, actually, this is on YouTube as well, so it's on a playlist, so hopefully we don't get any ads. If we do, that'll be a little bit annoying. But this is obviously not a review, as you guys can tell by the title. This video is for those people who are scared to get on a roller coaster. Now, I'm going to be going over a few things today on how to get over your fear of roller coasters. And so there's when it comes to being scared of roller coasters, there's two things that people are scared of. One being having the fear that they'll fall off the roller coaster, the coaster will malfunction, or whatever the case may be, that something will go wrong with the coaster. Apologies if you can hear my dog barking, but that is a fear. The other being the fear of the force of the roller coaster themselves. And surprisingly, the fear of being safe on a roller coaster is the easier to fix. Your chances of getting injured on a roller coaster are 1 in 24 million. Your chances of dying on a roller coaster are 1 in 700 million. So that means you have more likely chance to die in your Ubers, your planes, the subways you ride. Your roller coasters are much more safe than all those. You have higher chance of getting, attacked by 50 sharks, or tripping and tripping and falling in the park and dying from the fall than you are to die on a roller coaster. Roller coasters have more safety systems than you can wrap your head around, and they're a lot more safe. If you're afraid of your restraints popping up, hydraulic restraints, which is more which most modern day restraints and roller coasters use nowadays, they are placed at the bottom of the coaster, and most coasters have 2 or 3 of those, and that has the strength of 2 airplane flaps. So, and that's what airplanes use to keep that in place. So you have the strength of 2 airplane flaps holding you in, so you'll be fine. You're scared that the ride is going to crumble down like Final Destination, and some of these points I'm going to bring up are from Costumes, and so shout out to him, credit to him for these points. But if you're scared that the ride's going to crumble down like Final Destination, I'm sorry, that's a movie. That's not how these things work. And sometimes the ride will get stuck. If someone brings their phone or something like that, that happens. Like they'll stop it on the lift hill or something like that. But that doesn't mean something's wrong with the ride. It means something is wrong with one of the riders on the roller coaster. You're not smarter than these professionally trained engineers that build these roller coasters. So if you're scared of them, these engineers have them figured out already, and it's already taken care of. So some of the things that people are scared of when it comes to safety, one of them is being inversions, going upside down, and feeling like you're gonna fall out. Yes, you're gonna feel like you'll fall out, but you won't. The restraints will catch you. There's speed. If you're afraid of roller coasters for speed, then sit anywhere besides the front. Launch coasters are, just keep your head back, and you can feel that kind of like a gut punch feeling, similar to stomach dropping feeling. For me, I was kind of scared of the stomach dropping feeling, but now I crave it. Like I've said in my videos before, I kind of crave that airtime, and so I don't know. That's a little bit of a inspiration story, I guess you could say. Maybe that'll be the same for you. I know some of my friends are the same as well, and so don't mind this black chain; it'll come up just now. But yeah, so I kind of crave that airtime feeling now, that stomach dropping feeling. Another thing that people are scared of, and what an appropriate thing, because this is one of the tallest coasters in the video, is heights. Sorry, tallest coaster in the world. I don't know why I said video. But one of them at least. But heights freak a lot of people out, and I won't lie. The height on the lift on coasters sometimes still freak me out, but it just makes it better before plunging into the layout. And so that's a lot better. And so it just makes it better. It just makes it a lot better. But if you're afraid of the forces of roller coasters. So obviously that was the safety. I just went over so many safety systems that roller coasters have. And so you should feel safe on a roller coaster by now. After I went over all that, all the stats and stuff like that, you're not going to die in a roller coaster, believe me. The most that'll happen is that it'll get stuck at the top for a little bit, for a few seconds, and then it'll continue. But that's about it. You're not going to die in a roller coaster. But if you're afraid of the forces of roller coasters themselves, then I only have one thing to tell you.
Just do it!
And that's the message I pretty much have for you if you're afraid of the forces themselves. Like I said, you're not going to die in a roller coaster. Obviously, you're not scared of the safety if you're scared of the forces. If you're scared of the forces, like Shia LaBeouf said, just do it. Just go on it. You just can't spend too much time contemplating it and just have to get in line and just go for it because that's what's going to help you. That's what's going to help you. In a bit, I'm going to go over some roller coasters that you can. But, start with GCIs first. Start with GCIs or inversions first. I'm going to go over some roller coasters at Canada's Wonderland in a bit that you can start with because obviously I haven't been to too many other parks. And most of my, people that watch my video are Canadian anyway. So, but yeah, start with, GCIs and inversions, and then you can work your way up to the dive coasters. Now, dive coasters are going to be a little scary when you go upside down and you're hanging there for a little while, but you'll be fine because you did the inversions already. Then you can move on to the big boys like the hypers and all that stuff. And then you can go into the giga coasters and whatnot, and then you're pretty much free to do whatever. Now, like I mentioned before, roller coasters are really, really safe. And there's so many safety systems that roller coasters have, from even the track itself, the wheels under the track, so the roller coaster won't fall off the track. And the ride cannot be dispatched until all restraints are put in. And so that's why in my first video, when I said with Wild Beast at Canada's Wonderland, when there was a restraint loose or a girl was complaining about a restraint loose, there is a system that they have. They have a computer system in front of them, the ride operators do, that tells them if there's a seatbelt unbuckled or if there's a restraint loose, and then they stop the ride, making sure that the restraint is locked in. And so there's that, right? So hopefully that helps with the safety a little more. And then I just told you, if you're scared of the forces, then just get in line and get on the damn coaster because you're just making a fool of yourself at this point. But now I'm going to go over some coasters at Canada's Wonderland that you can start with. Now, like I said, start with GCIs or inversions. So what I'll recommend for you to start with is Wild Beast or Mindbuster. Do not worry about Ghoster Coaster. Or any of the kiddie coasters. Maybe hit up the family coasters first. I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you've already done the family coasters and all that stuff. And so if you haven't, make sure to hit those up first, get a little warm up in. And then go into the GCI. So for Wonderland, go into Wild Beast and then Mindbuster. And then you can go into some inversions, like Dragonfire is a basic one that you can go on. And I know I said it's top 4 worst, but it's not a bad start for your first roller coasters or like getting started with roller coasters. And so start with Wild Beast and Mindbuster, and then go into Dragonfire. And then what I did with one of my friends, we went on the Bat, and that's more of a boomerang coaster, and boomerang coasters aren't very favorite. So I won't say that you can, but it will help, because I do remember when I was getting started, before I became an enthusiast, the Bat really helped with me becoming an enthusiast. And so it really pumped me up for anything, really. So you can go on Dragonfire, go on the Bat, and then, like I said, you can move on to the dive coaster. So then you can go on to Yukon Striker. Now, it'll be scary at first, but you've already been warmed up. By the time you get on that, then you drop it and finish the coaster, you'll be like, man, that really was nothing, really, because you already had that warm-up. Then you can move on to Behemoth and the Leviathan, and then you're pretty much free to do whatever. Really, after Yukon Striker, you're free to do whatever. But then, obviously, Behemoth and Leviathan are the big boys that, most people are scared of. And so you go on those after Yukon Striker. But that's pretty much it. And I have nothing else really to tell you. I hope this helped with getting over your fear of roller coasters. I explained the safety systems and all that stuff. And, if, like I said, if you're scared of the forces, I don't have much to tell you. But that's going to wrap this video up. Hopefully this helped with getting over your fear of roller coasters. And if it did, let me know. Hopefully you become an enthusiast like me. I remember I was scared of roller coasters as well. Just the start of the summer, I didn't want to go on Leviathan or anything like that. And then I was ready, I was good. And now I'm an enthusiast. So, so hopefully that'll be an inspiration story for some of you guys watching this. But that's going to wrap this video up. I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, hit the notification bell so you're up to date with all the videos. Most importantly, stay cool. I'm gone, y'all.